Good morning, children. Welcome again in biology class. So today again, children will continue chapter molecular basis of inheritance, and the topic is DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid. Till now, children, we came to know that DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid it is the longest molecule and it is the most stable macromolecules which is found in all the living world. They form the molecular basis of heredity and they are responsible for storing and transferring information about heredity character to the next generation. So where these DNA are found? Now the DNA it is found in the cells of all living organisms except plant viruses and in some animal viruses. Where RNA it is a genetic material instead of DNA. In bacteriophages and viruses, a single molecule of DNA is found. It may be circular or linear and may be single-stranded or double-stranded. In prokaryotes, children, as you know that nuclear membrane is absent, a single circular naked DNA is present which is found in cytoplasm. It is without protein but may be folded with the help of RNA and polyamines. This forms bacterial chromosome. Some small circular extrachromosomal DNA molecules are also present in bacteria prokaryotic cells. These are called plasmids. Now eukaryotic DNA, it is linear in shape and occurs inside the nucleus. It is called nuclear DNA. It is in the form of long spirally coiled unbranched threads and the number of DNA molecules per cell is equal to the number of its chromosomes. Nuclear DNA molecules, they occur in association with histone proteins forming nucleoprotein fibers and are called chromatin fibers. When these fibers condense during cell division, they form chromosomes. DNA present in mitochondria and chloroplast, they are also circular and naked as in bacteria and is called organelle DNA. It functions independent of the nuclear DNA. Now nucleosides are nitrogenous base with a molecule of deoxyribose or ribose sugar without phosphate group is known as nucleoside. So what is nucleoside? In which deoxyribose or ribose sugar is present but without phosphate group. In nucleoside, the pentose sugar and base are joined by an glycosidic bond formed between semi-aldehyde OH group of monosaccharide at Ci and H of pyrimidine base as N1 on the purine base at 9th nitrogen atom of the ring. In all, there are total 4 types of nucleosides in RNA and DNA. So here nucleosides of DNA or deoxyribonucleosides, deoxyadenosine or adenine plus deoxyribose, deoxyguanosine, guanine plus deoxyribose, deoxycytosine or deoxyribose, deoxythymidine, thymine or deoxyribose. Nucleosides of RNA includes ribonucleosine or adenosine, adenine plus ribose, riboguanosine or guanine plus ribose, ribocytidine or cytidine, cytosine plus ribose, and ribonuridine or uridine, uracil or ribose. So these are the nucleosides of DNA and RNA. Now a nucleoside, it is formed of one molecule of pentose sugar, one molecule of phosphoric acid and one of the 4 nitrogenous bases. There are 4 types of nucleotides in DNA and RNA. Here, adenine deoxyribose, guanine, cytosine and thymine. Nucleotides of RNA, adenine ribose, guanine ribose, cytosine ribose and uracil ribose. Now come to discovery of double helical structure of DNA, which is very important. Once it is found that DNA is the hereditary material, a number of molecular biologists worked on its molecular structure. Linus Pauling, Maurice Wilkins, Rosalind Franklin, James Watson and Francis Crick they worked out its molecular structure. Linus Pauling worked out a molecular structure of proteins based on the complex structure and their abundance in the cell. He believed that proteins, they are the hereditary material rather than nucleic acids. Studies of X-ray diffraction by W.T. Astbury indicated that DNA has a polynuclear structure and distance between successive nucleotides is 3.4 angstrom. Maurice Wilkes and his colleague Rosalind Franklin prepared very clear X-ray diffraction images of DNA molecules in 1951, 1952 and concluded that DNA is a double helix. They also awarded Nobel Prize in 1962. The molecular structure of DNA. DNA it is a long polymer chain of nucleotides and it was known in late 1930s, but its molecular structure could be deduced by Watson and Crick in 1953. The discovery of Chargaff's rule for base pairing and the study of X-ray diffraction pattern of DNA. So, what is the Chargaff's rule for base pairing in DNA? Arvind Chargaff et al. Studied base composition of DNA from different organisms and he get following conclusions. Base combination of DNA varies and is different in different species but is same in all the individual of species. Regardless of source, the purines and pyridamines occur in equal amounts in DNA molecule. That means A plus B is equal to T plus C. The amount of adenine purine is equimolar to thymine or pyrimidine and guanine is equimolar to cytosine. So, amount of A plus T is not necessarily equal to G plus C. For example, in humans, DNA, A is equal to 30.9, T is equal to 29.4 and G is equal to 19.9 and C is equal to 19.8. So, the base ratio of DNA A plus TG or G plus C varies in the DNA of different groups of living organisms but is constant for a particular species. This ratio it is used to identify the source of DNA, assigning relationship between the organism or the group. Sugar deoxyribose and phosphate residues occur in equal proportions. Biological significance of Watson and Crick model of DNA. Now, both Watson and Crick model of DNA satisfactorily explains the particular functions of hereditary material. Replication. DNA helical structure of DNA shows that each of its strands can easily construct its complementary strand because of complementary base pairing. This enables DNA to replicate faithfully. Storage of hereditary information. Genetic material, they act as repository of all hereditary information. It must be capable of specifying the composition of a polypeptide chain, determining the sequence or arrangement of amino acids. With the discovery of triplet codon and genetic code for different amino acids, the collinearity between codons in DNA and sequence of amino acids and polypeptide chain has been established. Therefore, DNA is regarded as a tape having coded information for the sequence of amino acids in the form of triplet-based sequence. Transmission or transmission of information. Because of its complementary base pairing, one of the two strands of DNA can copy down the base sequence into a mRNA molecule. This is called transcription. This mobile copy of genetic message in the form of mRNA comes out into the cytoplasm for the synthesis of proteins in the form of polypeptide chain called translation. During translation, the nitrogenous base sequence in mRNA acts as codon, which determines amino acid sequence in the polypeptide chain. Fourth one is stability and repair. The double helical structure of DNA provides stability, and it's most suited for long-term preservation of coded information. The coded information in DNA is preserved in duplicate. Mismatch repair during DNA replication is also possible because of the proofreading activity of DNA polymerase. Altered nitrogenous bases are removed and replaced by normal bases because of complementary of base pairing. Denaturation and naturation of DNA. Now, the hydrogen bonds between the nitrogen bases of two strands of DNA are weak and break easily when heated or when pH of the medium is changed. The separation of DNA strands is called denaturation or melting. The melting temperature of DNA ranges between 82 degrees to 90 degrees centigrade. It is influenced by base composition. Since AT base pairs have only two hydrogen bonds, the DNA segments rich in A T base pairs melt at lower temperature than DNA segments rich in G C pairs, which has three hydrogen bonds. So when denatured DNA is cooled slowly, hydrogen bonds are established again, and then separated polynucleate strands pair again, restoring double helical structure. This is known as renaturation or annealing. This property of DNA was discovered by Julius Marmor. It has helped in synthesizing hybrid DNA. Non-coding or template of or antisense and coding or sense strands of DNA. Out of the antiparallel strands of DNA duplex, only one stores the genetic information and acts as template for the transcription of mRNA. This strand called non-coding or template antisense strand. The template strand has 3, 4, 5 polarity. The complementary 5-3 strand is called coding strand because with the help of the RNA that carries the codons, it is also called cis strain. Nitrogenous base is not called non-coding as at antisense free strand. So this is all for today, children. In our next class, we'll learn next subtopic. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.